The last 12 months have been a whirlwind. Lots of highs, a few dips, and plenty of change. So let's get back and have a look at the year that was 2021. There's no doubt 2021's been a busy year. I've lived in 3 different places and had 3 different jobs, so there's been no shortage of things to do. I am really enjoying though having some time off now to relax over the Christmas break and get refreshed for 2022. This current year started off in Brisbane, and New Year's Day was my final shift on board the Raby Bay autonomous vehicle trial. So I didn't go out partying, and I welcomed in the year with good sleep, sobriety and double time and a half. From there on, it was time to pack and make the move to Newcastle for a strategic planning gig, which was a great introduction to the New South Wales planning industry. I got my head around a plethora of planning acronyms and got comfortable with the rezoning process. And as the year progressed, I learnt tons more, and I helped prepare planning proposals, review state policies, and write more than my fair share of council submissions. But as you might remember, just after the New South Wales Queen's Birthday long weekend, things started to head south. And as my travel opportunities went from weekend getaways to walking to the shops, I decided to get my job application skills out there, and after a few interviews landed myself a transport planning gig in Parks, which required yet another move. Fortunately, all the sweat, hard yakka, and driving 1,000 k's in a moving truck in 2 days seems to have paid off, so let's have a look back at the year that was.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Amazingly, it turns out that I've released over 90 videos over the past 12 months, which, considering how much I've had on this year, it's pretty good going. And what's more amazing is that around half of those were done before I got my biggest video production upgrade, which you might have seen right behind me, and still relied on this relatively humble laptop. While in Newcastle, I took delivery of this video editing and gaming beast, complete with specs to impress. Not only have I now got a computer that will run Flight Simulator 2020 at decent frame rates on dual 1440p monitors, my export times for videos have absolutely tumbled. With my humble old laptop, a short 5 to 8 minute review video took around 35 to 45 minutes to export, but now it takes around 3 or 4 minutes. This has been a huge upgrade and the extra performance is much appreciated. And during lockdown, I had some great gaming sessions to enjoy. So enough about that for now. I want to talk about 2022. I learnt my lessons from last year about welcoming in the new year with open arms, so I'm going to be a bit more cautious this time around. Parks is treating me well, and I am enjoying the properly regional lifestyle. Whilst I do miss some of the conveniences of a bigger city like Newcastle, or indeed Brisbane, I do enjoy being able to walk to most things that I need. Locals are friendly and welcoming, and there are lots of good things to do on the weekend out in the regions. The only thing that is a bit of a drag is how much I need to use my car for anything that's not within walking distance. I do miss having the option of reasonably convenient bus and train travel, but at least my car insurance has become a little more palatable. Small wins, I guess. Anyway, let's round out this video with some of the things you can look forward to in 2022. Roll the tape. Before I go, I also want to give a shameless plug to the Talking Planning podcast, which is now indeed underway in both video form and of course on the go from your favourite Talking Planning podcast platforms. If you haven't already checked it out, I'd really encourage you to, as it does make use of my 4 years of blood, sweat and tears that went into getting my planning degree, way more than any of my transport reviews ever could. Shameless plug over, I reckon 2022 should be a good year. And while I'm going to stop short of welcoming in the new year with open arms, I am cautiously optimistic that there will be some fun and adventures to be had. So, thank you for joining me, and I will see you again in 2022.